So, how many of you guys got burnt out in BDO? Let's just start with that. Thanks for the follow, Shizu-chan. Let me tell you, when I first started this game, once I realized the game wasn't the same, like, I mean, I used to play back in the days when the game first came out, but I started again, I'd say in January, I think the first week of January, and once I found out the game wasn't what it used to be, I'm like, you know, I can actually play this. What is this? What do you mean no partner information? Whoops, wrong island. That does it, doesn't it? So once I found out that this game wasn't the same it used to be, like, I figured, you know, now there's a path forward. I don't have to enhance. I don't have to, you know, snipe things off the marketplace, you know. I liked it. But the thing is, when I first started playing, I did the most optimal way to make money at the time. Unfortunately, I wasn't very knowledgeable in like life skilling and bartering at the time, so I really regret not getting into those. But I did a lot of peel of face scrolls. So let me tell you guys, when was this? Before I think the 4th anniversary event, the prices of the memory fragments used to fluctuate quite frequently. Every couple of weeks they'd go down to like 1400, and then they'd go all the way down to up to 1500. And the price of the peel of face scrolls was actually quite close. So what I did was, all I did was peel face scrolls every day. And with 170 AP, I was making anywhere from 100 to 130 mil an hour. Like, it was insane. Like, it was a lot of money. So that's what I did, 3 to 4 hours a day. And I didn't get burnt out per se right off the bat. I think after about 3 months, around the time I dropped my bartering video, I think a few weeks after that is when I felt it. I'm like, you know, the grind to get to like 245, between 220 and 245 was pretty annoying. Like, getting to that range was, it's a bit of a dry spot because you don't have that many good grind spots. And I like grinding, I don't like gathering and stuff. It's just not what I enjoy doing. I really enjoy grinding and stuff. So that's what I wanted to do, but unfortunately there weren't like many good money-making spots at that level range. Now, if I did like life skilling and bartering, things would have been a lot different. But what happened was I decided to start playing other games just casually with some friends, but all day I'd just barter. And that was my break away from BDO per se. I didn't really take a break, but you know, that's what I did. But anyway, moving forward, like, to get over that period was, all it took was time, but I really wish I never even fell into that trap because, you know, I lost an entire month of progress I could have made. I could have been enjoying the game. But what I did wrong was that all I did was mindless grind. I was working like a labor worker. It's like so many hours a day, just grind. But I think that's one of the first mistakes. Like, let's talk about like what exactly causes us to get burnt out. Like in BDO, you gotta say, it has one of the best combat in a MMORPG. I wouldn't say the best in some aspects, but definitely looks the best and definitely feels satisfying to do. Like, if you find the right class for you, this game, you can play it for hours on end without getting bored. But of course, everyone has the limit. Like, eventually you do hit that wall where, you know, you're grinding for like 5 hours a day and all your money's coming through grinding, and then it's like, if I don't grind, I don't make money, I'm not making progress, so I have to. And then you start forcing yourself. So that's pretty much the first trap we fall into. I mean, hardcore gameplay, I get it, some people can, like, they have that determination to play 10 hours a day and grind super hard. I mean, is what it is. I'm not one of those persons, and it's like, I just can't imagine devoting 10 hours a day into a game like this. It doesn't deserve it. But yeah, the first thing is like hardcore gameplay, then repetitive content. Like, for example, we're talking about relic scrolls, peel face scrolls, those kind of things. Thanks for the follow, guys. But yeah, it's like when you keep doing repetitive content day in and day out, even bartering can get boring. That's why the great thing about bartering is you can get by AFKing. Oh man, the grinding, I know. But yeah, to add to like things that might cause burnout, bad RNG, like let's say you're grinding just 2 to 3 hours a day, but that's 2 to 3 hours you're devoting to the game, and then you take that money, you go try to enhance something, and after 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever you want, it's like you have bad RNG and it's just not going through. You know, that takes a toll. Like, no matter how much fortitude you have, like, the game just robbing you of what you could have had is terrible. What do you mean 3 weeks no drops isn't normal? For you, it isn't. But anyway, it's like it adds up. Like, if you keep doing something over and over, we're obviously going to get bored. Like, the game was super fun when we first started playing it, when we're discovering all these new things, experiencing different aspects of the game. And then suddenly, like, you know, it's diminishing returns. The more you play it, the less enjoyable it becomes. It's natural. So, obviously, the smart thing to do is give yourself some limits. But, of course, I'm not a smart person. So, I just keep going gung-ho and just hitting it until... until I get bored. But that's how I used to play MMORPGs until I started playing BDO this year. All the way until I started this year. This year I was like adamant that I'm gonna play this game longer than 3 months. And there was a period where I didn't play as much, but I got through it because, you know, there was AFK stuff, and while I recuperated, I was doing all that. And then I finally started grinding in endgame spots and changed things up, and it got fun again. But yeah. So I guess let's just recap on what kind of things like burns us out. Hardcore gameplay, repetitive content, bad RNG overall, and obviously there is a fourth one, lack of social interaction. If you played this game, I know this game is a solo game. It's very solo friendly, like one of the most solo friendly MMOs I've ever played. But if you play without any interaction, if you don't have a Discord of friends you play with, or a nice guild you chat with, it gets boring really quick. Like, I know some people, they pop into my Discord just to post that they got a new item. Oh, I hit this pen and stuff. I'm like, that's very nice, congratulations. If it's someone I see on stream all the time or in Discord, I'm genuinely happy for them. But if it's a stranger whose first and only post is that, I'm like, you know, maybe the guy doesn't have many friends. Maybe the guy just doesn't have a proper guild or something. You know, I feel for you. Not having a good guild, it sucks, because that's a huge aspect of the game. Like, the social interaction you get from having a solid guild, it's one of the things that makes BDO what it is. Like, node wars are pretty stupid in my opinion, because like it takes like 3 hours to like go through a full node war, including all the preparation and stuff, and the amount of money you get from being successful at Siege compared to what I can make grinding, it's not comparable. So I'm like, what's the point? I don't find it fun, and I'm not making money off it, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah. Eric, quit being a noob. Don't listen to him, Shizu. Eric is just Eric. But yeah, anyway. So how do you deal with like getting burnt out with grinding? Is all you can really do is, you know, not grind 10 hours a day and grind smarter. Be more efficient. What I like to do, that now you guys saw that I have a, even though my main was Mystic, and I still call her my main. You make money doing Siege. It's like through payouts. The better your guild does in Node Wars, the more payout you get, you know? Anyway, yeah, what I have my striker for is I just keep him at a grind spot. I just keep him at Sakraya. He stayed at Sakraya for almost 2 weeks without coming out. And now he's sitting at Star's End, but I just moved him recently down to trees because I was bored and all the spots were taken. But that eliminates some time for me to run back and forth. It doesn't feel like an issue for me to go all the way across the continent to get to my grind spot, you know? When you burn out, switch to life skilling and watch Pansy stream. Oh man. You know, even life skilling can burn you out. Like if you're a gatherer and you're going hard at gathering, like you're AFKing in an efficient manner to get your energy back quick as possible, and you hit all your gathering energy dumps, it can get tiresome really quick, right? Like gathering is a manual effort. It is an active gameplay sort of thing. So, you know, even that you run into the same issue. But when you're grinding, at least be more efficient. Make use of your Agris. You know, you can definitely save time by having a separate character to grind on. I mean, to each their own. If you want to put everything on one character and you're patient with it, by all means, do it. But yeah, don't just rely on grinding as your income, because that's one of the biggest mistakes you do early on. Later on, when you're like at an end game, when you're making like, you know, 150 mil plus an hour, I mean, great. If you want to just grind all day, that's an efficient way to make money, right? But early on, if you're only making like 50 mil an hour a day, don't go grinding 10 hours for that. I mean, there's much quicker ways to make money, so be smart about it. Use your time wisely. Just do it as long as it's fun. But anyway, The thing is, like, early on, all the way into like mid-game and stuff, you really want to diversify your incomes. You've seen my videos where I talk about passive incomes, you know, do your farming, do your imperial cooking and all that stuff. It's important. Like, there are days that I don't grind at all. And I'm like, okay, I still made like 150, 200 mil just doing, you know, those kind of stuff, right? So, yeah, gathering, it really isn't hard compared to hunting. It's not. But it's tiresome, man. I mean, just clicking R the whole time. Oh, man. It wears you out. Yeah, Striker is in a strong spot, man. But yeah, anyway, also, when you're playing this game and you have like, when you're, you know, progressing through the different brackets and stuff, keep like realistic goals. If you have like 245 AP and your immediate goal is 10 Black Star and you're gonna buy it outright, if you're making 100 mil an hour and you need 15 bill, that's 150 hours. Are you really sure you want to spend that much time on it? You know, be smart about it. Like, don't like just rush into it and go for it like 2 weeks straight of grinding. It'll tear you down. Like, eventually it's gonna you know, take its toll. So, you know, by diversifying your income in game, making money by other means, you can, you know, make it easier on yourself. Because if you have passive incomes going, then while you're grinding, that income's still coming. So it helps you, like, you know, make better use of your time. So anyway, realistic goals are important. Like me, I knew my limit. I knew I could make like, okay, I can, early on I was like, I can make 2 mil a week pretty easily. So if I need 8 mil, that's 4 weeks, so be it. But I didn't go over the top and do like 10 hours a day. If I did 10 hours a day, I'd be making like 3 to 4 times as much money, because at the time I was only grinding like 3 hours a day at most. So, you know, isn't that ship a guild ship, or can you get a personal one? This is a personal ship, man. It's not a guild ship. This is mine. Yeah. Anyway, passive and AFK methods are like really, you know, good to help you out. Like, if you're making 100 mil an hour for grinding and you have to grind 5 hours to get 500 mil, it kind of sucks. But at least if you make 100 mil a day by passive incomes, every week that's 700 mil, you know? Most important tip in BDO, do farming. Absolutely. Farming is a great moneymaker. Even I get lazy and don't do it sometimes, but you know, when you do it right, it's good money. It adds up. I'm like, the game just hands out money. Like, you dark rifts, like if you guys seen my RNG streams, I open like 25 boxes of those, I got a bill. Like, every month you get like at least 1.5 to 2 bill from those if you're lucky. Did I get myself stuck? There we go. Where is this one going? Nope, we're not going there. Get back here. But yeah, diversify your income, use passive methods, get your worker empire up, you know, do your imperial cooking, do your farming. But yeah, while you do all of these, guys, you know, if you're gonna play 10 hours a day, or at least even 5 hours a day, you know, you keep yourself healthy. That's all I can say. Like, there are ways you can make, you know, sitting in front of a computer or standing in front of a computer for many hours on end, you know, a bit easier on you. How many of you guys know what Flux is? I think Apple ripped this off from the app. But basically, it makes your, depending on the time of the day, it dims your computer screen or makes it more yellow to diminish the amount of blue light. That's a pretty useful tip that I learned when I was playing WildStar a few years ago. So what happened was, it was like at 2 in the morning, there was like 5 of us just grinding hardcore, and then one of our guys tells us about it, and we're like, all right, we'll try it out. So we all downloaded Flux on our computer, and 2 days later, same time, it's like, we're like absolutely tired. Like, our eyes are like getting heavy. It's like, dude, we need our blue light. We can't go like this. But basically, it makes it easier on the eyes by making the computer screen have like your monitor have warmer colors. You can wear like glasses for using the computer for prolonged hours, which also filter out blue light. But those are all like useful tips to reduce strain, because if you're straining yourself that many hours every single day, you know, grinding or something, it does take its tolls. You got the glasses? Yeah, man. Me too. I just don't use them. I'm just bad about it. But I stand up, so I'm doing my part to, you know, try to keep myself healthy. But also, does anyone know about sleep cycles, by the way? How your sleep cycles work? Anyone in chat want to be a big brain over here and share that information with everyone else? So, along with Flux, my buddy, my sleep cycle shit. Mine too, bro. So along with Flux, that dude, he taught us about sleep cycles as well. So there's actually timers online which tell you, which can give you like I'd say an approximate timing on your sleep cycle. So let's say, for example, you go to sleep at 12. There's certain time periods where if you wake up, you're less likely to be like, super tired or drained. The reason being is if you wake up right in the middle of your sleep cycle, you're more likely to get drained. Oh my god. So if you wake up in between your sleep cycle, then you're less likely to get drained. So that's one of the things like you could try to, keep in mind. If you're gonna sleep for if you only have 5 hours of sleep, get up after 4.5 hours. I don't know. It's really difficult to do, to judge when you're gonna fall asleep and when's the right time to wake up. But it's something to keep in mind. If you're gonna sleep, try to get at least 2 sleep cycles. Well, 2 sleep cycles is how much most people get in a full night's sleep. The first cycle is shorter than the second cycle, and the sleep cycle is basically when your brain goes into REM state, and that's when a lot of the recovery happens. Did I actually put my stuff in already? I forgot. Distance is too great. What are you talking about? Oh my god, where's my ship? Why is my ship all the way there? But anyway, 2 things. Flux, something like Flux or glasses to reduce strain. Those help. Keep in mind, you have to get pretty good sleep. It's really important to your health, guys. So try to do that. All of these things tie into getting burnt out. Even going to school or something. If you're not getting good sleep, I don't need to tell anyone. It's shit. It feels shit. You got to take care of yourself first. You got to, make yourself the priority and take care of yourself. Also, in a game like BDO, you guys see me do this a lot of times, right? It helps with the grip. So basically, the reason is your hands aren't meant to do Pepega stuff like grind 12 hours a day on a mechanical keyboard. If you're old like me, I'm closing in on 30. I'm an old guy compared to others. But you can't maintain your APM for many hours on end. When I was playing WoW, I think back in Legion 2016, 2017, I was younger than I am now, but my hand just got wrecked by playing Frost DK because that spec required such high APM to maintain the DPS. And I was raiding 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and then every other day I'm still going hard. 4 to 5 hours a day just absolutely smashing the keyboard. So it took its toll. It hurt my hand, but nothing permanent. All it was prolonged strain. But by doing wrist exercises and hand exercises with these, it strengthens the muscles around your ligaments, your joints. So you can't strengthen joints themselves, but you can strengthen the supporting muscles around it, which helps in terms of hand strain and hand fatigue. So that's something to keep in mind. Take care of yourself. Number 1, if you're taxing yourself physically as well as mentally playing this game, it will drain you. So be careful. And there are some eye exercises. We'll go into it some other time. I don't want to do that right now, but there are eye exercises to keep your eyes in shape as well. Because your eyes are controlled by the muscles around it. So there are ways to do that. Now, I'm not a meditating person. I never really got into it. I tried it a few times, but if you do, then you're better than me. Good job. All right, let's get some different items here. What was I gonna do? There were some oranges here. Let's get those. Did I get these? I'm kind of low on those. Let's actually go get these. Let's get 6 of those hourglasses, because these amethysts are used for the timber squares a lot. So, oh man, we're low on these as well. God dang it. I need everything. I need to start doing full runs now. But I don't have the patience to go all the way there. All right. Hey, what's up, Kabiro? We're just chatting about burning out in BDO and how we can, you know, perhaps avoid it or make it easier on us. Whatever. Oh, what's the time? Oh yeah, we got Salies later tonight. Alright, now, so we got over that. Now, most important thing, guys. No, don't do what Eric did. Most important thing, guys, experience the full game. Like, diversify. Do your life skills. I know I hate life skilling. I'll say it. I'm a fake life skiller, but yeah. Do life skills, do different things to make money, passive incomes, AFK methods. If you're doing any specific life skills like AFK fishing, make a separate character. You know? Make a separate character so you can immediately just hop over to it and start AFK fishing. That makes such a big difference. Like, I didn't do AFK fishing in the beginning because I liked processing. The concept of processing was like, you know, I wanted to do AFK processing. I thought that would be great. AFK cooking, that too. But, you know, all those take setup. Fishing doesn't take much setup. So, you know, make it easier on yourself. Use your alts. Split it up. Diversify. Yeah. Those are always really good to do. Like, for example, life skilling, like, you know, gathering is an insane money maker, but it is active play, so keep that in mind. AFK stuff. The thing about bartering that's really great is you don't need a insane set of mastery gear. Like, mastery does increase the speed of your sailing speed and all that stuff, but it's not that big of a deal for bartering. Whereas if gathering is your main life skill, that needs a full set of mastery gear. You need to invest into it. You need to be in the right spot. You need to go to that spot. Like, if you have a separate character for bartering, best accompanying active life skill for like someone who likes to do combat, because you just hop on and start doing bartering. It's chill. You get to AFK. You can just steer your ship while it's autoing. You know, it really helps out. I think it's one of the best things to do if you're an active player. Like, you know, even if you're doing like active gathering, this is something you can do in between, 100%. Now, keeping a farming alt, fishing alt, we already went through it. I mean, you can do a processing alt too, but you know, processing needs some, you need some weight for processing, unfortunately. But yeah, bartering is one of those things that just ties in so well to the game. But there are many different ways to play the game. The one thing I love about this game is that you can legit skip all the quests and be alright. You can skip gathering or doing combat or any of the life skills altogether and still progress in the game. There's many ways you can play the game, and that's one of the things about this game that I think a lot of people like. You do have that freedom. It doesn't push you into, oh, you have to do high-end PvE to get here, right? I mean, when you look at like WoW or Final Fantasy 14, there is only one way to get gear. You gotta do the high-end PvE, but, well, I mean, I guess there was ways to do it with PvP, but that's a different topic. Anyway, that's one of the things about like this game that I really appreciate. And you know, being a solo player, especially as a content creator, there are days that I don't even look at my chat. My chat's like completely disabled on the screen. I just hide it entirely. So this game's like really generous to someone like me who just wants to, you know, go all in and just go grind or something and ignore everything else. So, but yeah, don't just do that. Just try to diversify. That's really important. All right. And finally, the most important thing is, it's kind of corny, but guys, make friends. Get in a good guild. Find a good guild. If you don't have any friends who play BDO, that's fine. Make new friends. I mean, one of the best things a guild can offer is company in this game, because like you can't really transfer wealth in this game, and to actually carry someone through this game is really difficult. It takes a lot of effort, which no one's gonna do. But what people can offer each other is support, is guidance, is friendship, you know? That's one of the things. Find yourself a good guild, an active guild, a guild that you like talking to. And if it doesn't work out, just move on to the next one. I mean, just keep looking for that, you know, group of friends or something. Make friends, even if you're not in the same guild. When was the last time you guys ever whispered someone on your friends list? When was the last time you ever opened your friends list? I never do. Never use this damn thing. We all use Discord. But still, make friends, guys. I mean, it's one of the things. This is an MMORPG game. I can't play a solo game even if I don't talk to people. I like seeing people around me. I cannot play a single player game ever again. It's just not in me. After I started playing MMORPGs, you know, this is all I did. Even I have friends, Justin. Come on. Try harder. Did you know there's DMs on the friends list? What do you mean? There's DMs? I don't see it. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, you guys got to make the effort. You know, you guys got to, if you're in a guild, talk to people around. Like, I was really slow getting into my guild because I'm busy, like, recording all the time. But before, I used to have a really active guild on Discord. RIP for them. They kind of crashed and burned, but it was really fun. It's what made the game a lot more entertaining, because at the end of the day, this game's a boring game. What do you do with 300 AP? You go PvP, eventually Red Battlefield gets boring. Eventually ganking gets boring if you do it enough times. Eventually grinding gets boring real quick. You know, gathering's already boring. It starts off as a boring activity. I mean, the game in its essence is a boring game because it's so repetitive, but what's fun is what you do with everyone else. Imagine talking about being a red player and ganking and all that, but not being a red main. Your main's not even red, Eric. Don't talk about that. You fake red player. But yeah, like, I mean, at the end of the day, this is an MMORPG. You gotta have friends, and you gotta try to at least put in the effort. Get a good guild. That's the most important thing. And yeah, if you go through this game as a solo player, that's fine. But if you try to go through the entire game not, you know, having anyone to talk to or being a part of any community, it weighs you down. It does lead to getting burnt out. If you had a group of friends, like Eric has pirates, they're really weak. They're all like nooblets. Their strongest player falls before me. But they have fun together. They have a lot of fun together. They're always out ganking. They're like pulling off big shenanigans on the server. You saw on a Reddit post they invited people for fireworks and then just clobbered them. But yeah, it's those kind of things that make this game what it is. I mean, there were many times in my past guilds we had good times while it lasted. So, you know, make memories. This is a game after all. Have fun. But yeah, I guess that's about it for me. I'm not sure if anyone's got anything to take away from this, but I hope it helped. But real end game is barter income. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's the most important thing to remember. This is a game after all, and you have to treat it as such. If you put in 10 hours a day, 100 plus hours a month or whatever, you know, 200 hours, 500 hours, this game's not giving you anything back. I mean, even if you're like a partner high YouTuber, this game company isn't going to care about you, and the random people around in the Discords aren't going to care about you. But, you know, you got to take care of yourself. Your friends will be there for you if you make them. So make the effort and play smart. Don't try to make 50 mil an hour for 10 hours thinking you'll have 500 mil. No, you're losing way more by doing that. There are better ways to go about it. There's so many resources online on YouTube and stuff, so look around, do some research. But, you know, give yourself that value. I mean, your time's precious. It's limited, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening to my chit chat about getting burnt out in BDO. It's happened to me, it's happened to the best of us, but there are ways to make it easier on you. Alright, let's get back to the usual money making and grinding now. The gloves are off. I'm too drunk. I'm out. Take it easy, Kavira. Aw, dude. Also set yourself up some kind of goal to work towards. Yeah, I mean, have like realistic goals. That's what we're talking about, right? Like if you're gonna say I want a pen item and I'm gonna just grind 2 weeks for it, it'll take a toll. So be realistic about it. If you want a pen, sure, start saving up for it. And then when you got closer, when you're like halfway there, then say, hey, I'm gonna make that push. Yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Yikes. Oh. If I go to a TED Talk talking about this, they're gonna be like, why the hell are you playing games for like 1,000 hours a month? Like, don't judge me. No, of course, we don't play 1,000 hours a month. I'm kidding, but that's impossible. Anyway, I don't think like people who don't play games will understand. They'd be like, just don't play. Play a different game. It's not that simple for us MMORPG gamers. There are not other games to play. There's very few MMOs left. Imagine someone saying that. Just play a new game. That was the days, right? Playing console and stuff. That was an easy life. I don't want to spend any more of these. These are like really useful. Oh no, I got a lot. Let's spend them. Let's spend them. Make some money. How much is that? Let me think. Are there any other oranges? I think we can just hit all three of these. Let's do that. Pirate Stagger, Amethyst, and the Rainbow Thingamabob. Alright, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Where's my boat? What's up, Alan? Yeah, exactly right. Right now, I'm just chilling with Twitch and Guildies while I grind the HP potion. Oh, good luck, man! May the RNG gods bless you. Hope you get it. It feels bad that we don't have much choice about what MMO to play. I know, man. Mr. Moo, thank you for the follow. Momu, sorry. Appreciate it. Let's do a quick shout out to everyone who followed Trash Hall, Sinoj, Bragzo, Maymay, B4, Shizu. Thank you, everybody. Arknell, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How's it going, Trash? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Well, you guys know, like, I used to play a lot of RuneScape, right? I love playing RuneScape. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. I used to play it as a kid. But there's this one moment which absolutely made me quit, like, instantly. I started playing again. My old guild went inactive. I didn't have a new clan or whatever. And I got this super rare drop. And it was worth, like, what? At the time, how much was that? I think it was worth close to, like, 50 mil. And that was, like, a huge thing. I was soloing God Wars Dungeon, got a big drop. Oh yeah, so I was talking about my RuneScape drop. Anyway, I got the super rare drop on RuneScape. I was so freaking stoked. And then I opened up my clan chat, empty. Because I didn't have a clan. I opened up my friends list, empty. Didn't have friends. All my friends quit at the time, and suddenly it was just a kick in the stomach for some reason. I'm like, that felt shitty, and I quit. I'm like, yeah, logged out. Didn't play for like a year. Because the game's like, it's an MMORPG, but if you don't have friends or if you don't have someone you can like gloat to that you got something cool, kinda boring, you know? So it's one of those things. That's why I always make it a point, like, I'm not a social person to begin with. I mean, it took a lot of effort to push myself into like doing streaming and stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. You gotta make the effort. It's one of those things that, even in real life, you gotta make the effort to make friends, right? I mean, as a kid, it's actually much easier to make friends for whatever reason. But as you get older, as you're more self-conscious and whatnot, it does get more difficult, so you gotta make the effort. Especially for us gamers who are introverts.